So it's clear that some people don't ever want to hear swear words,
He was terribly shaken up and bruised.
while others can't live without it.
Oh, you don't know how wonderful it is.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
What's the first curse word you guys are aware of?
A pox on you and your
Yes.
whole family.
I went to visit my friends Opie and Anthony to see how they've dealt with censorship on broadcast radio.
Why do you think swear words carry so much power that they need to be censored?
I don't know where it really comes from because in my head they are just words, but some people are so freaked out by hearing it.
I think it's because we stop and take notice or something, and we're actually giving the words power.
It's also words and how they're used. Like if a word is used to punch somebody, like when someone yells, "You even stink" is bad. "You're no good" is not nearly as hurtful as "you suck."
Yeah. You
You know what I mean? And believe me, we've all heard all of those things.
Yeah. Now, did you ever get in trouble directly just for a swear word you said, not innuendo, not something that was considered obscene?
Yeah, sure. We've had a few of those over the years.
You don't even notice at first. It's a kind of a weird thing, but you know something's wrong. So he drops an F-bomb and it's like, yeah, what?
It was fun to go to satellite and curse, though.
Yeah.
It's almost like we don't have to curse, or you don't want to not have to curse. It's like you just want the freedom to do what you want.
Always the most fun part of radio is when they tell you, you can't do that. But we were able to do it yesterday. Yeah, the rules changed. When? I don't know. Can I say that? Maybe. It's a gray area. What's the gray area? We're not sure. All right, meeting over. Hope that was clear. What?
So
That's exactly what some of the
That's
meetings
it?
were like. We even try to get around it on regular radio by just using the first letter of a curse. They finally came to us and said, you can't do that anymore.
Right. But
Like,
we
why?
would tell them we didn't say anything.
They didn't say anything. It's just using the letters. And then they started getting like, well, people are going to know. It's like, yeah, they're going to know.
that's the
But
point.
we figured out a way to get around it. We're brilliant. But no, you're in trouble.
But Opie and Anthony wasn't the first radio program to try and skirt the censors.
Have you ever heard of a guy named the Greaseman?
DJ, right?
Yeah, DJ down in Jacksonville in D.C.
Greaseman was a disc jockey in the 1970s. As a way around the censors, he created a new vocabulary to describe vulgar topics on air without using swear words.
You got fuselage, for example, which is your penile shaft. Bearded clam, which is the female vagina. Wailing away, that's masturbating. Tuchus is your butt. The one-eyed viper or the heat-seeking moisture missile. Your 6-minute workout, it's masturbation. And Shangri-La was the big orgasm.
That's your personal favorite.
Yes.
You're really starting to frighten me.
Are we going to be able to invent new swear words?
I'd love to contribute some if I could.
Please.
Yeah. Okay. I would say pillow licker.
It's all about the taco of fury.
Well, a bunch of smart alecks then.
I think there'll always be new words that work their way into language.
What about nipple hair? Ugh.
Dumper.
Juice bag?
Thunder bags.
We could sit here for the rest of our lives and try to work on a word. It might click with the zeitgeist and suddenly disseminate out into the world and be a word, or it might never happen. You can't predict why it happens and why it doesn't.
So no one knows what words will make the naughty list in the future.
I can't make any sense out of this.
But one thing's for sure, it's up to the next generation to decide.
Hey, McKay.
How you doing?
Adam
Nice,
Ferrara.
Nice to meet you. Let's have a seat.
Cool. So, they tell me you're the president, the founder, the CEO
Of the No Cussing Club.
of the No Cussing.
Yeah.
Now, you don't swear at all.
No.
And instead of swearing, you substitute words?
Yeah. There's actually over 100 words that you can use instead of swear words.
You have 100 words you can use instead of swear word.
Yeah.
The F word.
Fiddlesticks.
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 S.
Shoot.
P word.
Polynomial.
Polynomial. A-hole.
Asteroid hole.
You're this close, kid.
It's getting close.
I'm gonna need at least 50 cents for that.
All I got is $10.
I'll take it.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in a situation. I want you to respond with the first word that comes to your mind.
Okay.
You're working on your computer, and you notice it starts to malfunction.
Oh, pickles.
Stuff starts disappearing from your desktop.
Barnacles.
All of a sudden, your hard drive crashes.
Bric-a-brac.
You're losing everything.
Succotash.
The entire book you wrote is gone.
Freak.
They're gonna call and they're gonna want back the advance, the check you already cashed.
Boulderdash.
And they're gonna come and take your house because that was the money you used to pay the mortgage.
Dang it.
And your whole family's gonna be on the street.
shoot.
Your whole family's on the street, and you say shoot?
Yes.
Okay. So if people start using your substitute words for swear words, eventually they're going to take on the meaning of those swear words. So theoretically, you just created a dictionary of swear words.
Not true. Let me ask you this.
Right.
If we're sitting there and for some reason I get really mad at you, and I say, you know what? F you. Probably get angry back at me,
Probably
right?
get angry back, yeah.
And if I kind of get angry and I say, well, come on, you cupcake. But I can tell
Okay,
you.
let's say cupcake, right?
Okay.
Let's say that replaces FU. So everyone's it's taking on the same energy, it's carrying the same emotion as FU. Isn't cupcake now FU?
Most likely cupcake is not going to evolve into a swear word. Cupcake doesn't offend people. Usually you think of cupcake, you're like, yay, free cupcakes.
There will be some taboos that hang on forever.
I don't think any of us will ever live to see the day, nor do I think will our children, nor our children's children live to see the day when we see another word like the F word.
We could expect the impact of swearing to potentially shift, I guess, as we enter into an age where we use, kind of multi-modes of communications.
What's happening is that public language is becoming ever closer to casual language. Casual language has always been full of profanity.
Let's just take the curious example of WTF. WTF, as everyone knows, stands for what the f***. OMFG, STFU, all that fits really well on a phone. That's linguistic choices and evolution of profanity that's driven entirely by the technologies that we choose.
Hiya, kids. All right, you remember the last time I was here, we were talking about bad words?
Yeah.
Okay, there's a few things I have to tell you guys. My generation is shot. Now, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but you are the future. Don't let anybody tell you what's a good word and what's a bad word, all right? Find out the facts for yourself. Don't let words trigger an emotional response from you. Okay, once you respond emotionally, you're just like Sonny Corleone. Bazzini knew this. That's how he lured him to the causeway and shot him to death. Okay, how about this? Sticks and stones will break my bones, but...
Words will never hurt me.
Perfect. Who wants ice cream?
I think in the future there will be less censorship when it comes to swearing and nudity. I mean, it wasn't that long ago where, on television we saw an ass for the first time. And I think it's only a matter of time before we see boobies and wiener. And then the word's just gonna follow. If you're seeing those things, you're gonna be saying, oh, you watch NYPD Blue? Saw a dick last night. I mean, that could happen. Is that show still on the air?
Can you reinvent the wheel? Can you?
Who knows? Who knows where it'll expand to or where it'll contract to?
There will never be a better wheel. There will never be another B. Arthur. There will never be another. But if there is, I know she'll find me.
What's clear is that there is a human desire and urge, a natural desire and urge to explore those taboos and put words to those taboos to be able to talk about them and describe them.
People will communicate the way they choose to communicate in ways that they believe most effective. They will use the terms they want to use. And if some people are offended by that, well, that's just too damn bad. It happens.
So we've learned a lot about the history of swearing, but its future remains unclear. Whether the swear words we know fizzle away or stand the test of time, one thing is certain. We have these words for a reason, and as long as they offend, they'll always be with us.
Social courtesy does pay, doesn't it? Thanks.